Life is a war, and most people don't even realize they're on the battlefield. They're sleepwalking through their days, hoping that somehow magically everything will work out in their favor. They're waiting for life to be easy, fair, and kind. They're expecting peace when they should be preparing for battle. This isn't pessimism, this is reality. From the moment you're born until the moment you die, you're in a constant struggle. You're fighting against entropy, against mediocrity, against complacency. You're battling against your own weaknesses, your own limitations, your own tendency to choose comfort over growth. But it's not just an internal war. You're also fighting external battles every single day. You're competing for jobs, for opportunities, for resources. You're dealing with people who might try to take advantage of you, hold you back, or tear you down. You're navigating a world that doesn't owe you anything and often seems actively opposed to your success. The people who thrive in life understand this fundamental truth. Life is a constant war, and they choose to be warriors rather than victims. They don't complain about the battle, they prepare for it. They don't wish the war would end, they focus on winning it. Understanding that life is a war doesn't make you cynical or negative. It makes you realistic, prepared, and strong. It gives you the mindset you need to face challenges head-on instead of being surprised and overwhelmed when they appear. Every successful person throughout history has understood this principle. They've approached life as a battle that requires strategy, preparation, discipline, and relentless execution. They've developed the warrior mindset that allows them to thrive in adversity rather than just survive it. So what does it mean to approach life as a warrior? What are the principles and strategies that allow you to not just survive the war of life, but to dominate it? First, warriors accept that conflict is inevitable. They don't waste time wishing things were different or complaining about how unfair life is. They accept reality as it is, not as they wish it were. This acceptance isn't passive resignation, it's active preparation. When you accept that life is going to be difficult, you stop being surprised by difficulties. When you expect challenges, you're not thrown off course when they appear. When you understand that obstacles are part of the game, you develop the mental toughness to overcome them. Most people are constantly surprised by life's difficulties. They act as if they're entitled to an easy, struggle-free existence. When problems arise, they're shocked, frustrated, and often paralyzed. They waste enormous amounts of energy complaining about situations instead of dealing with them. Warriors have a different approach. They expect problems and prepare for them. They build their strength during peaceful times so they're ready when war comes. They develop skills, resources, and mental toughness before they need them, not after. Second, warriors understand that they are responsible for their own victory or defeat. They don't wait for someone else to fight their battles for them. They don't expect rescue, sympathy, or special treatment. They take complete ownership of their results and their destiny. In war, you can't control what the enemy does, but you can control how you respond. You can't control the terrain, but you can control how you navigate it. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you prepare for it. This level of personal responsibility is what separates warriors from victims. Victims blame their circumstances. Warriors change their circumstances. Victims focus on what they can't control. Warriors focus on what they can control. Third, warriors are always in training. They understand that the battle for success is won long before the actual battle takes place. They prepare their minds, their bodies, and their skills during peacetime, so they're ready when conflict arises. Physical fitness isn't optional for warriors, it's essential. Your body is your vehicle for achieving your goal. If your vehicle isn't well maintained, reliable, and capable, you're going to struggle in every other area of your life. Warriors treat their bodies like the weapons they are. Mental fitness is equally important. Warriors read, study, and constantly expand their knowledge. They understand that information is ammunition and ignorance is suicide. They stay informed about their industry, their competition, and the world around them. Skill development is a non-negotiable priority. Warriors are always learning new skills, sharpening existing skills, and staying ahead of the curve. They understand that in a rapidly changing world, your skills are your security. The more valuable skills you have, the more options you have. Fourth, warriors have a strategy. They don't just react to whatever happens, they create a plan and execute it. They think several moves ahead, anticipate obstacles, and prepare contingencies. They understand that hope is not a strategy, and luck is not a plan. Strategic thinking requires you to be honest about your current situation. clear about your desired outcome, and realistic about what it will take to bridge the gap. It requires you to identify your strengths and weaknesses, your opportunities and threats. Warriors also understand that strategy must be flexible. No plan survives first contact with the enemy unchanged. You have to be able to adapt your tactics while staying committed to your overall strategy. You have to be like water, fluid, adaptable, but always moving toward your goal. Fifth, warriors understand the importance of alliances. No one wins a war alone. You need allies, mentors, supporters, and team members. You need people who believe in your mission and are willing to help you achieve it. But warriors are also careful about who they align themselves with. They understand that the wrong alliances can be more dangerous than having no alliances at all. They surround themselves with people who share their values, their work ethic, and a commitment to excellence. Building strong alliances requires you to be valuable to others. You can't just take, you have to give. You have to bring something to the table that makes others want to work with you. You have to be the kind of person that others want to have on their team. Sixth, warriors are disciplined. They do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They don't rely on motivation or inspiration. They rely on discipline and systems. They understand that consistency beats intensity every time. Discipline is what allows you to maintain your training when you don't feel like it. It's what allows you to stick to your strategy when it gets difficult. It's what allows you to keep fighting when you're tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. Most people think discipline is about restriction and sacrifice. Warriors understand that discipline is actually about freedom and power. The discipline to train regularly gives you the freedom of a strong, capable body. The discipline to save money gives you the freedom of financial options. The discipline to develop skills gives you the freedom of career choices. Seventh, warriors are mentally tough. They understand that the war is won first in the mind. If you're defeated mentally, you're defeated completely. If you're strong mentally, you can overcome almost any external obstacle. Mental toughness isn't about being emotionless or invulnerable. It's about being able to function effectively despite fear, doubt, pain, or discouragement. It's about maintaining focus and determination when everything around you is chaotic and uncertain. Mental toughness is developed through deliberately putting yourself in challenging situations and pushing through them. It's built by doing hard things when you don't want to do them. It's strengthened by facing your fear instead of avoiding them. Eighth, warriors understand that victory requires you can't have everything you want. You can't do everything you want to do. You have to choose what matters most and be willing to give up everything else for it. The sacrifice of comfort for growth. The sacrifice of immediate gratification for long-term success. The sacrifice of social approval for personal integrity. The sacrifice of security for opportunity. Most people aren't willing to make these sacrifices. They want success, but they also want comfort. They want achievement, but they also want ease. They want to win, but they don't want to give up anything to win it. Warriors understand that you can't have it both ways. Every choice has a cost, and the cost of success is the willingness to sacrifice what success demands. The question isn't whether you'll have to sacrifice. The question is whether you'll sacrifice for something worthwhile. Ninth, warriors are relentless. They don't quit when things get difficult. They don't give up when they face setbacks. They don't surrender when the odds are against them. They understand that persistence is often the difference between victory and defeat. Relentlessness doesn't mean being stupid or stubborn. It means being committed to your mission while being flexible about your methods. It means being willing to adjust your tactics while never abandoning your strategy. The most successful people in history weren't necessarily the most talented or the most intelligent. They were the most relentless. They were the ones who kept going when everyone else quit. They were the ones who found a way when everyone else found an excuse. 10th, warriors understand that the war never ends. There's no final victory that allows you to relax completely. There's no ultimate achievement that eliminates all future challenges. There's no level of success that makes you immune to failure. This isn't discouraging, it's liberating. It means you don't have to wait until you've won to start enjoying the battle. It means you can find satisfaction in the struggle itself, in the process of becoming stronger, better, more capable. The war of life isn't about reaching a destination where all conflicts cease. It's about becoming the kind of person who thrives in conflict, who grows stronger through challenges, who turns obstacles into opportunities. Understanding that life is a constant war doesn't make you paranoid or aggressive. It makes you prepared, strong, and resilient. It gives you the mindset you need to handle whatever life throws at you. Most people go through life unprepared for the battles they'll inevitably face. They're surprised by competition, overwhelmed by obstacles, and defeated by difficulties that warriors would consider minor skirmishes. You have a choice. You can approach life as a victim, hoping that somehow you'll be spared from life's battles, or you can approach life as a warrior, prepared to fight for everything you want and everything you believe in. Warriors don't hope for an easy life. They develop the strength to handle a difficult one. They don't pray for fewer problems. They build the skills to solve bigger problems. They don't wish for less resistance. They develop the power to overcome more resistance. The war of life is real, it's constant, and it's unavoidable. The only question is whether you'll be a warrior or a casualty. The choice is yours, and the time to choose is now.